Hello and welcome back to Aurora Falls. We are continuing our journey to making gold and selling it, of course, because what's the point of working in, well, the most dangerous place in all of America if we can't make a little bit of profit? Today, our mission is simple: progressing towards getting those nice, shiny gold bars in our hands. Previously, we've been, we've been doing all sorts of things. We've been transporting coal up the mountain, but today we are going to be doing something a little differently. We're going to be delivering wood to the gold mine. See, in the gold mine, they've just discovered a vein of gold, and they need some wood to prop up their tunnels. So we're going to be delivering that essential wood as quick as possible. The rain is coming down. Pouring rain now. Autumn is here, and with it has come the wet season. But it's not wet for long because rain soon turns to snow in Aurora Falls. So we're gonna head to the lumber mill, or the sawmill, and we're gonna pick up some of those wood beams. We're gonna pass through this bustling town, which is very much alive with life. We're in our level 7 Mastodon here. This is a DLC train, but I tell you, it's a real beauty. Now this particular journey shouldn't be too difficult. But we are going to be going to a place that we haven't been before, to the gold mine. So you're gonna get to see something pretty cool. Yes, as I was saying previously in another episode, we're trying to get as much done as we can before the winter months, because once it starts snowing here in Aurora Falls, life becomes a whole lot more difficult, and, well, we do owe a fair amount of money to banks and lenders, because we certainly took on a big risk in making this operation happen. So we're sort of in a bit of a rush to get that gold processed, and then we can start to pay back the loans and the money that was lent to us. It's a big project, and we've got a lot of very, very wealthy investors who want to see progress. And unfortunately, in America, in Alaska, it's all about being betting men. And we're putting our lives on the line to get that reward. You've got to have a bit of mix between being daring and being, well, yeah, daring is probably the big thing. You know, he who dares wins, and we've got to put ourselves in a bit of danger to get that gold. The main thing is this place becomes quite inhospitable in the wintertime. Once the snow starts falling, it just doesn't stop. Yeah, the Farmer's Almanac even says this year is going to be especially cold and especially snowy. And this area on a good year gets a lot of snow. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of blizzards, a lot of terror. Terror in the dark. Here we're just coming up to the sawmill. I mean, when Jim Railroadson went up the Dead Man's Pass, it was already snowing up there. It was, and it wasn't too long ago, and they've already gotten snowstorms up there. So down here in the valley, we've been a bit fortunate, but if the Dead Man's Pass is getting snowstorms so early, then I reckon by the time I get up there to the Dead Man's Pass, it'll be no different from being in Helheim. Infinitely cold. Here we are, wood beams. That's what we're looking for. Gonna get these loaded up. Well, it's a bit of good news, at least, when we hear that the gold miners found a real juicy gold vein in the mountains. But don't worry, it's not in those mountains. It's actually not too far out from the cattle farm. Alright, let's make our way over. We're gonna go through town. This time we're gonna take a different track through town. Town is now existing on a triangular interchange. So we're gonna be taking a right up here on this track. But you haven't seen this part of town yet. Yeah, this area really popped up. Here we are. Nearly at the end of town. We'll get this fueled up with some coal. A couple scoops will do. Come on, get up there. Yeah, that town's popped up overnight, essentially. Once they heard that gold was in the area, everybody wants a piece of the pie. We've got barber shops, doctors, sheriffs. What else do we got? Farmers, a lot of farmers. You know, they want to go to the river and do some panning. So there's a valley just up ahead. This valley is quite an unassuming place, but it actually does have some gold found in it. There's some hills that seem to have had some good luck with the gold veins, and well, that's what we're wanting when we send prospectors out to check around. It might take them a little while to get back to us, but once they find it, then we're in business. Because now we've got the raw material, then all we need to do is smelt it down. But of course first we gotta dig it out. That's the next challenge. And that's what these wood beams are for, propping up their mine shafts so that they can dig down deep and pull out as much of that gold as they can. Now up ahead was some oil prospecting, but yeah, that program led nowhere. They're probably gonna rip all that down in the future. Essentially ship it all somewhere else. Because the wells have run dry. And in record time, too. I think somebody must have gotten swindled by this project. They said they found a big reservoir of oil, but in reality it was just a puddle. They built all this infrastructure and sucked it up in a short amount of time, and well, the place has been abandoned. Here we're just coming up to the gold mine up ahead. This place is really rocky. They have landslides and falling rocks all the time coming down the side here. This area, you used to get a lot of people coming through with their wagons when they were settling the area. But you still sometimes will see them, whole wagon trains passing through, looking for a better land. There's the gold mine. Yeah, that gold mine's nothing to scoff at either. We've got a fair number of men down there digging the hole, blasting. That's probably half the reason these rocks have all come down, is they've been doing a lot of blasting in this area to prepare for the gold mine. Don't want to slow down too much here. So what do they need here? They need tools, which we've got. They need rails, which we've got. And they need beams, which we've got. Come on, get up there, get up there. We've got a bit of an incline here, pretty nasty. It takes a skilled hand to unload on an incline. Oh. Oh, did I say skilled hand? I don't seem to have much of that at all. Okay, let's get out of here before anybody notices. So here we've got two paths. One leads off into the mountains, and the other leads back to town. Yeah, I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing snow before long. You can just tell when it starts to get real heavy. here we're gonna head right on back into town over the beautiful railway bridge. Up ahead there is a farm. I think it's a cattle farm. Not much to say about that though. Farmers have been here longer than the railroad. So we're gonna see what we can do with these wood beams that I got left over. There's always somewhere that needs wood beams. And well, since we own the railroad, there's no need to make any solid plans because there's no other competition on this rail. There's not going to be other trains to consider, it's just me. So we're going to head on back to the iron mine and the coal mine and see who needs them. Train, especially having a closed cab, safe from the elements. Like we could put our beams here. There we go. Might put a little more steam in the engine. We want to get there today. Plenty of rails. There we go. Job well done, and not a beam is wasted. Other railroaders might have just thrown those beams over the side and let them rot. But thank you very much for watching with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.